You're welcome back. Now in our Lagos studio, it's time for what's trending all over the world. And the only lady always ready to let us know what is happening is standing by, Olamide Odekunle. You look really beautiful this morning. Good morning.
Thank you, my dear. Same to you. Great minds. Etoma, I've missed you so much.
Oh, I missed you too. You know,
the three musketeers are back together. Are you guys ready for what I have today?
Take it away.
Etoma, you've missed a lot. Let me catch you up.
All right. Let's see how comes
Good
out.
morning, Nigeria. I like to say that TVC has a finger on the pulse and our eye on the streets. And here on the Trending Now segment, we do our best to bring you trending stories that are shaping the world that you and I live in. We begin today with some sad news, where a cloud of grief has fallen over the family of Big Brother Naija Season 7 winner Phyna following the death of her younger sister, Ruth Otabo. Her passing was confirmed in a statement issued by the family's legal representatives, ECHO solicitors and advocates, and shared by Phyna on her Instagram. The release says that Ruth died at about 6:30 a.m. yesterday, August 31st. Her death comes just weeks after a devastating accident near Auchi Polytechnic, Edo State, where a Dangote truck struck her, leading to the amputation of both her legs. Barely 6 days before the accident, she had celebrated her graduation from Auchi Polytechnic, a milestone that was tragically overshadowed by the events that followed. In response, the Dangote Group has now issued its own statement expressing condolences to the Otabo family. The company insists that it bore all her hospital bills, arranged for her evacuation to India, but was awaiting medical clearance from her doctors before the transfer could happen. Of course, this tragic loss has left her family, friends, and fans devastated. On social media, many Nigerians are now demanding tighter regulations, improved safety standards, and stricter accountability for the nation's largest fleet of heavy-duty vehicles. This is not just another truck accident, if you ask me. It's a systemic failure by big companies. Let's take a look at social media. May her soul rest in perfect peace. That reply guy says, what baffles me is that a huge company like Dangote Group of companies doesn't have funds set aside for situations like this. It is sickening. Daniel Rega says, Phyna's sister is reportedly gone. Rest in peace. This may have been avoidable if she got better care in a better medical facility. It's pitiful, and it's even more sickening that people were making Phyna the topic of discussion instead of focusing on the main issue. It quickly went from justice seeking to clout chasing. RIP to the deceased. May the heavens comfort the grieving family during this difficult time. This is such sad news. And Andy says, whatever thing you're doing, always pray to God and pray for protection too. This was indeed very sad. But moving on, the Sokoto state government has rolled out new monthly allowances for Imams, their deputies, and muazzins across the state. Governor Ahmed Aliyu announced the measures on Saturday during the graduation of Quran memorizers from the Sokoto branch of the Sheikh Dahiru Usman Bauchi Foundation. Governor Aliyu says that the initiative is part of efforts to strengthen Islamic propagation and encourage Quranic memorization among children. He also disclosed that all Jumu'at mosques in the state will now receive monthly allocations ranging from 300,000 to 500,000 naira, depending on their category. He said that this financial support is designed to help clerics carry out their duties effectively while ensuring that Islamic teachings continue to thrive. Now, the data shows us that about 90% of Sokoto state population adheres to Islam, and it shows that religion is plays a central role in the fabric of Sokoto state. But the reason why this story is trending is that people are asking, when there are pressing concerns like education and healthcare, should public funds be given towards faith-based initiatives like this? But let's take a look at social media. We'll talk about it in just a second. Ola Dennis says, good thing is they are not taking it from their members. The state is supporting them. Valid point. And AJ Daniel says, as long as teachers, healthcare workers, and other essential workers are also getting what they deserve, this kind of support can coexist. Balance is key. Interesting. And finally, Kunta says, paying imams and their deputies with taxpayers' money would set a troubling precedent. If this is permitted, then pastors and their assistants should also be entitled to similar payments, which could spiral into government funding of multiple religious groups. To avoid such complications and maintain fairness, it is essential to keep government and religion separate. Now, team, this is a very timely debate. It's very sensitive, but it's also a necessary debate. There's a lot of public sentiment online that says if there's pressing needs like healthcare, education, and, you know, basic amenities, why are we putting imams on a salary? On the other hand, you know, Sokoto is a predominantly Muslim state. Religion is central to their core. And could this be also helping them propagate other important things, you know, like children in Quranic school? Yeah,
so Nigeria is a secular state. If Sokoto State decides that, look, religion is so pivotal to our development and they want to give allowances to religious leaders there, it's their decision. However, it should go side by side the development of the normal things like education, like roads, like development and all that. If the two are moving side by side, it is fine by me. Absolutely. I always feel a little bit uncomfortable when it comes to all these religious things. But let me go to Ruth and Dangote. It's so sad that the young lady had passed. It would have been a hard life for her without two legs. You know, I guess she just gave up. You know, she gave up. And for Dangote, a lot of people have said that Dangote has done wrong, has done this, has done that. The only area I see that Dangote has done wrong is not screening their drivers well and putting the right people behind those monsters that my cousin called paid assassins on the road. You know, if Dangote has to use this opportunity to clean out its transport sector and other companies too should borrow a leaf from this and take a lesson from what has happened.
All right, and I'll pick up from the root story. First of all, I hope and I pray that she would rest in peace. And I'm so sorry to Phyna. This is a big loss. You know, she's going to go through all the pain, but I promise you time will heal all wounds. But I'm just putting my condolence out to you this morning. And then this is my appeal to Dangote. We've seen what happened. We followed the story all over social media, and now she's passed on. Really sad. I'm just hoping that, first of all, like Thomas said, we scrutinize these drivers and make sure that the right people are on the road. But also, I really need the Dangote group to take charge of the family that she has left behind, her children. It's very, very important. I'm expecting scholarships. We all know that Alhaji Dangote has a big heart. I know he has a big heart and he's very passionate about Nigerians and his people. So I'm hoping that right now he will come out and, you know, just do the needful. Let's hear that these families have been given something, because they say something, when you die, you don't know what is happening, but the people you leave behind, they are the ones that suffer. And I don't want her children, you know, to even feel like their mother's presence is not there anymore. So Dangote, please, this is our appeal to you this morning, that something should just be done for the family. And Phyna, once again, sorry. Quickly, I would talk about the imams. For me, I don't understand taking taxpayers' money to pay them. Other people may differ, but let's focus on education and other things as well. If you decide to pay them, everything should balance.
All right, so starting off with Phyna's sister, you know, it's so sad that at the end of the day, because we sat here, we advocated for our life, you know, being helped, I mean, the family being helped so that the lady will survive. You know, you can't imagine, you know, coming here on a Monday morning to talk about the death of this, you know, young and promising lady. She just graduated, and then she lost her two legs, and afterwards she lost her life. Dangote as a company has actually contributed positively to this country, as much as it has also contributed negatively to the lives of some families. You know, this family will be, they are scarred for life. You know, the pain will always be there. So what do? We have to ensure that these don't repeat itself. Over the years, from time immemorial, we've always had, you know, Dangote truck, you know, running into people, ramming into cars and all of that. It speaks to the quality of drivers that they, you know, recruit. I remember at the time when they opened, there was a vacancy for drivers. You know, master's degree holders were going, PhD holders were also applying. I don't know how that recruitment went at the end of the day, but we need to make sure that whoever is going to be sitting behind the wheels of Dangote trucks, and indeed any other company trucks, they should ensure that they have humans behind the wheels and not animals. Animals in the sense that they've, you know, taken drugs, they are not sure of what they are doing behind the wheels and all of that. Talk about Sokoto. Yes, we understand that Sokoto is a predominantly Islamic society, but we know that Nigeria is a secular state, so anything we want to do, we should ensure that it is not only Muslims that are there. Are we thinking of the same for our Christian counterparts, our people from, I mean, the Jews, the Judaism are not there? And are we also ensuring that education, which is the bedrock of every society, you know, we're paying much attention to it, because that's the fundamental. So whatever it is that we want to do, it should be in tandem with the agreement of the people of the state and to the generality of the majority, and that benefit and to the benefits of the Nigerian people, not just Sokoto, because Sokoto State is not, you know, standing separately. It's a unit, you know, one of the states in Nigeria.
Thank you so much for your input, team. I strongly believe that an apology should always come in the form of change behavior. So while that statement put out by Dangote Group addresses the issue, you know, on social media, we need structural reform. This is a chance for the Dangote Group to really be an example for corporate accountability and corporate justice, if you ask me. But I'll take my final submission. Now, time is always ticking, but some moments